got into sectioning this week. The very first thing you have to know about sectioning is we want to look inside, alright, of an object. So we need to cut it. Cut the object, of course, virtually, since we're using the application here anyway. It's to create various types of section views, alright? You gotta cut down the object. So if we have like a part that have complex interior geometry, then we can cut in many different section views and we can examine inside. Okay, so that's why we need to do sectioning. So reiterating the same thing, we gotta cut an object down. When you cut it down, we can see inside. When you see the inside, we call that inside view the section view. So a section looks inside of an object. So why do we have to cut that down like that? Because we want to clarify the interior construction of that part. So when you cut it down, then you can be able to see inside. So the section views are very important to clarify the interior construction of a part or an object. So when we cut it down, of course we're doing it visually. We can also cut it down in our mind. So imaginary cut through an object, remove that portion so we can see inside. So the inside features, you can be able to see them very clearly by doing a sectioning. So you have a rock. I'm going to cut it down, open it. So here, look at that two views, and we call that section views. So we can see inside features of that rock. If you look from outside like this, see, you have no idea whether that rock is a hollow or solid. When you cut it down, now we can see inside. So it is a hollow rock. Okay, now I have a part, and this is your imaginary cutting plane, and we're going to cut it straight down. So when you cut it and then take it apart, and so your single part now have two halves. So leave the other half and take this front half out. So you're going to have a back half. Yes, and you can be able to see how complicated the internal constructions are. So when you get rid of the first front half, and that's your unwanted half, we can be able to see inside of the object. Okay, cutting plane, cut it down, get rid of your unwanted part to reveal the internal features. And this, see, is called the cut material. These are just a hollow, hollow parts of your object. And so the material where you can still see the material, see the area of the internal feature, and we call that the cut material. Alright, drawing. Into the section, look at this. So we have cut it down, this object, and you have your top, the front, and then the right side. So this is just showing you how we cut it. Okay, so from this side, your ISO is here. So we look the object from this side, and you can see all of this, and you cut it down. See, look at this cut. See how this cutting plane is represented. It means like we're going to cut it down that way. Okay. Don't forget all your circles. See, right here, right here, and then right there. So when you take a look from that view, see, you can see this. So that's this part, and this is this part. Okay. And we are going to cut it down that way. And we're going to label it. We cut it section A-A. So that's your cut, represented right here with this line and the arrow, yeah, arrow down, and we call it AA. See, AA. We're cutting in that cutting plane, and you can be able to see this way. So see like how the cut material, look at that, yeah, it's shown. So we're using our material symbols, yeah. So this is your cast iron, of course, by looking at the section lines. All right, lines. We're gonna use different lines, of course. This is for short distances, and that's for long distances in your sectioning. Drawing, okay? Cutting plane line. The first type, long dashes. The second type, you're going to use short dashes for your short distances. Long, short, short, long, we're going to use long distances, yeah? Section lines, very slanted here, see, at an angle. They have different, yeah, patterns. We have already seen the first one, see how different they are. So these section lines is going to indicate your cut material. This line, look at that. See, that's for long distances, so from here to here. And we use that where the part, this part, is cut. Yeah, don't forget the arrows right there. Yeah, you have seen two different types now. See, look, short distance. Yeah, this is a long distance actually. And then see, like the arrowhead. Pay attention. So different types of arrowheads. This arrow, okay, look at this. The vertex of that arrowhead is point to the portion being kept. So we're gonna keep it, yeah, this part. This part we don't want it, so unwanted part is on this side. This is your wanted part, and we will keep this portion. Section lines, cutting plane line, the part that we want to keep, the part we want to toss it out, yeah? Of course, your cutting plane line is your phantom line. For long distances, for short distance, you can use this, yeah? Okay. Section lines. We use them to show where the cutting plane is going to cut that material. So section lines are thin, and the symbols, type of lines are chosen according to the material of that object. So if you are using steel, we're going to have like this. If you're using a brass or bronze or copper, we're going to have like this. And if you're using a cast iron, general use, or materials, we're going to use these lines for section lines, okay? So the section lines are, they are generally drawn. We're going to have like a 45 degree with the horizontal line, okay? So if you measure it, you can be able to know that that's your 45 degree angle from the horizontal baseline, yeah? And of course, on your section lines are supposed to be thin lines. Then we get into rules. So rules of sectioning, we have 4 major rules. The very first one is rule 1. So a section line area is always completely bounded by a visible line. Meaning we're going to use a visible line, yeah, visible outline. And I'll show you each one of them, yeah, when we draw. Rule 2 is your section lines in all areas, so it should be parallel. So like this, see how parallel they are together. And section lines shown in opposite directions indicate a different part. So usually we draw this, and if you have like opposite direction showing you is a different part, yeah? Don't worry about it, you can get it right now by reading it. I'll show you one by one in the diagram, which is easier for you to be able to understand it. Rule number 3 is all the visible edges behind, yeah, the cutting plane should be shown, and we will show, of course, the visible edges. So when you get your cutting plane, everything that you can be able to see, we are going to draw that. Yeah, that's what the rule is talking about here. So rule number 4 is a hidden feature should be omitted in all areas of a section view. So exceptions, your threads and broken out sections. So this rule is telling you hidden features. Yeah, you gotta omit them in all areas of your section view. So if you have your section view, you will get rid of your hidden features. Yeah, it's there, but we will be omitting it when we draw the sections. Alright, so type of section, 3 of them: full, half, offset. Full, of course, you draw the full section after you cut it down. You're going to draw a half section after you cut it down, and then you draw an offset section, yeah, after you cut it down. So why do you have 3 different types? Because it depends on what kinds of information you have and what kinds of information you want to tell your manufacturer, yeah? Okay. Full section, we draw a complete section surface after we cut it down. Again, arrow, here's your phantom line, this is your cutting plane, yeah, and we're gonna keep this part, toss this out, unwanted part is on this side, and then take it out, look inside, you're gonna see this, yeah. So this is very incorrect way of dimensioning, yeah. We are going to put it this way because here, look at that, we have no section lines, yeah. So that's an internal feature, so therefore you definitely need to put the section lines like this, so this is correct, yeah. So we put section line parallel to each other, 45 degrees to the angle. This is the same part, so the lines are like pointing oriented in the same way. If you got like a different part, of course you can draw the lines in opposite direction, yeah. This is your counter, looks like a counter board to me, yeah. So I use in many cases to avoid having to dimension hidden lines. So here, don't draw the hidden lines, omit it, yeah. This is what your rule number 4 is telling you. Yeah, we do everything else. Your edges, of course, invisible, yeah, lines right there. This is your cut line. We will keep this. So after you cut it, tossed it out, look inside. Yeah, it's kind of like a right side view. Open it, and you're gonna get this. Section it, meaning like put the section lines, showing the material, cut material. Yeah, this is hollow. Alright, you'll have section. It's a different way, yeah. You're gonna expose the interior, of course. We will cut it down, and then you're gonna retain the exterior of the other half, yeah. So meaning like, look at that. So right here we're gonna cut only half, yeah. We're not gonna cut the rule like in you have a full section. Here we do only half section because you don't need it, yeah, because here you have like a 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a quarter. So they're symmetric, yeah. This is the same as that, and that's the same as this. So therefore, we're going to save our time and draw only one, yeah. So the center line here, it divides the half. We're going to omit the hidden lines, and no hidden lines on this half. We'll draw only this side. We will be keeping that side, and we'll be keeping that side, and we will toss this out, yeah. So take it apart, look at it, and you will see this. So when you see this, here is your exposed surface, your cut material, yeah. Hollow, because it's hollow right in here anyway. This and that is right here and right here, yeah. You're not looking the object from the front view, you're looking the object inside the internal view, like that way. Okay. Of course, this little thing is right there, yeah. Your cylinder right underneath of this one circle. So this front view is this. The section is a little bit hard because you have to like tilt it so the internal features can be exposed. It's kind of like a looking inside of it, yeah, after cutting it. So play with an object at home. I usually use a cake. So you can lift it up, also you can be able to cut it with a knife. So anyway, so you can do whatever you want to do for you to visualize that. Okay, you can also use a false dough, yeah, or rubber. If you have like kids, go to Toys R Us and you can have like a rubber, like very soft rubber, yeah, and make a shape and cut it, and you can see many different kinds of sectioning, yeah, to tilt it. So anyway, the section cut materials here, hollow, depends on the feature of that part. It will take a little bit time for you to be able to see it, especially your cuts and then flip it so you can see inside of it. So practice that. So your center line here, yeah, is used to separate the two halves, and hidden lines should not be shown on either half. Okay. All right. Offset is a little bit different from full, and also different from your half. Offset is like kind of like a wiggly cutting, you know, different way. So you bend it. So first you cut this here, then you're gonna turn, that's called bending, and then do another cut, yeah. So this line, the front end, two lines here, they're not linear to each other, yeah, because we have a first cut and turn, and then second cut and turn. So we'll keep this part, toss that out, look inside. You will be looking like after cutting, yeah, you'll be looking like that. And then lift it up and you can see this, okay? Material for the section line. The pattern of the section line depends on what type of material you're using. And here is your hollow part. Here is your slot, your hollow part down there, yeah? You can see the arc is because you're looking that way, yeah? Your line of sight, your eyes right here. After cutting, you lift it up so you can be able to see this. So anyway, here is your arc center. We still show this. Since this is a center line, it's got to extend out of the object. Another center here, you're going to extend it out of the object, okay? Don't forget that. All right. This is your example, and here we have to tell by looking at this diagram the type of section and then what type of material we are using, okay? Alright, so in this example, what you're gonna do is you're going to identify what that section type is, and then your material. Yeah? So here your cast iron, general use, all materials line like that. The pattern for steel is like this, and your brass, bronze, and copper pattern is like this. Alright, so here we are cutting this way, bend it in that way, and we're drawing. Okay, so where's my pen? So you're looking that way, okay, after cutting. So we can be able to see, yes. So opening is here, and go down the cylinder, and we are drawing the surface, okay, inside. So we have one like this, okay, because you have only one cylinder right there, and the second, see, the second circle ends right there. The third one ends right here, yeah. This is a half section because we're drawing only half, yeah. And here is your center line for center circle right there. So protruding out of the object, and don't forget it in your pattern, see, is steel. Then the next one, so when you take a look at it, we'll cut in this way. We're gonna keep this part, and your line of sight is like this, yeah, looking inside. So here hollow, so you have hollow and hollow. First circle, second circle right here. Yeah, and your center, take all the lines out for the center, another center here. Take all the lines out, and here is your cylinder because you're looking that way. Your eyes right here, and the cut material. Yeah. Um, I keep giving you this so you can identify. See, that's your cast iron. The next one, so this is full section. The next one, we're cutting this, we bend, and then we cut another cut. So therefore, your eyesight is gonna be looking that way, okay? So tilt it, flip it, and you can see the material. Your circle center, your slot, two centers of your slot, and cut material. And look at the lines. That's your brass, bronze, or copper. Okay. All right. Okay. Um. The next example will go into full section. So here you're given your pictorial 3 views, and we gotta cut our top view. Okay. We will cut the top view. Your eyesight is here, your line of sight right there, and we're looking that way. We'll cut it, flip it, you get your front view, and we're gonna draw the visible lines. Yeah. So here, first we draw the front view of that top view. Yes, here, circle. Okay, since we're looking that way, it's got to be a circle. Then here, okay, then this part is right here. Okay, don't forget your extension lines are right there, all of it. Your projectors, yeah, so to keep the same dimension. So once you finish that, you're gonna fill the section lines, and okay. So here we go. We start drawing the section lines, and that's for general. Sorry, this one is this is steel, okay, material, and notice, see, look at that. The section lines are completely bounded by the visible lines. You don't have to use the hidden line when we draw the section view, okay? This is not your front view. This is inside of the front view, okay? So instead of your normal front view, we're drawing this section, the interior part, yeah? Interior surface that we cut right here. So just pay attention to that, and don't confuse. A lot of students, they confuse between the front view and the section view. So be very careful not to put the hidden lines, yeah? Because we're inside now, no outside, no exterior. All right, and then also please notice that your even features, yeah? Behind your cutting plane, okay, they're shown. And of course, there's a center, center. So right there, center lines are out on your top view, also on the right view. Yeah. So you only have to worry about the front view, but inside of the front view, and you will use the section lines according to your material. Yeah, mostly like this, steel like that, brass, bronze, and copper like this. Okay. Okay. That's your full section. And then we'll go advanced sections. We have rip and web. We have broken, removed, and then revolved sections. So we'll go over each one of them. Aligned. So aligned sections is one of the advanced sections. Yeah. We have about 4 aligned sections. So the general aligned sections, we do it, and we need a line section because you have parts that rotates, yeah. So since you want to you want to include the angle elements in your sectioning, we have to use a little bit different view from our normal section view. So we call that the align section. Instead of your half full and your offset. So review of your revolution, from your physics. So the classic way of revolutions, like your parts or features, they're going to be revolved, right, to the projection plane. So this is your projection plane. And they're going to revolve like this, and then project that over in your drawing, So here we're going to cut band and then cut this way. And your line of sight, is like that, because we're keeping this part. Yes, we're keeping this part, tossing that part out. Okay, so after you do that, you get this. Yes, your cut material. This is your general use, your cast iron. I keep on giving you this, so you get it. You only have to remember 3 anyway here in this class. Your centers, don't forget the lines. See how they are drawn or protruded outside of that object. Okay, so when you deal with your rib and your web features, we don't do we don't section. Okay, so I'll show you. So the only time we're gonna include the rib and then the web, right? The web is just like here. We include the section lines. Okay. So if you want to know or visualize what web and rib, so your rib is like this. See like how it's poking out of the surface, and your web it's going inside. Okay, so this see this? See? So the web is like here, right there. Okay. Rib, web. Right, so make sure you understand this too, and you have to apply that in your section drawing. Okay, so you could like get it wrong with thickness, so what you have to do is to get rid of ribs and webs in sectioning, and the only time you're going to show them, is if the cutting plane, this one, okay, passed crosswise through. All right, here is it's like, see it going like crosswise here through the web. So at that time you're going to show the web, otherwise you won't show the web. Okay. All right, so wait. So anyway, so your rib, your web, and then see taller ribs here. Your web is right here. Yes, we cut it this way and this way. We're gonna keep this part, and we're gonna keep this part. So we can use the little. So anyway, see, look, the arrow hat, right? So you'll be keeping, that part. You cut it that way. The first cut and the second cut. So anyway, I get rid of the pictures. Avoid the avoid showing ribs and webs, right? Don't section. So you're not gonna get them mistaken with the thickness. You're gonna put rib or web if you have your cutting plane passes crosswise, right, like this. All right, broken section. How are we going to show in our sectioning? So sometimes your broken out section, you will have to show it, in your drawing. So hidden lines, they're shown in the non-section area if you have a broken section. So when you look at it, this is the only section area. Here, see the direction is different, meaning like two separate parts, two different parts. And we're drawing a hidden line in sectioning because this part from here up to here, and you have a broken section, and this is a non-section area. On the non-section area, you're going to show all the hidden lines. On the section area, adjacent to your broken line right there, you're not going to show the hidden lines, okay? So the section view part is only on the right side of your broken line. On the left side of the broken line, you have a non-section area, so we show the hidden lines. Don't show here, show here. So that's with your broken section, how to do the sectioning in these broken parts. Remove section. So they don't have the direct projection, containing the cutting plane, because your cutting plane is here. And we're doing like 1, 2, 3 cuts, so it's like cut and remove, and then cut and then remove. Of course, your line of sight is looking this way, okay? So the very first part is like this, okay? Because you have, see that? It's a little bit difficult for you to see because you can't be able to make this because you're looking at it from the right side, straight like that. So here, your view is not in your projection path. Then of course another section BB, we read it A and then A, so A-A, section AA is this cut, section BB that cut, and then section CC is the one cut through the circle. So here, see, we have cylinder, and you are again you are looking that way, okay? So be very careful with, see this, there's no circle right here in this spot, so there's nothing here. And then here we go, there's a circle right there on the front view. So when you look that way, you see the cylinder, and since this is your front view, you're looking like that way. It's on the surface, so you can see anything behind it. Okay. So this is your section CC. See how different the features are inside. Okay. So this is called removed sectioning. So we remove AA, remove another BB, and I'll remove your CC section. Okay. And we're gonna label each one of them. And this is just showing you what's the scale that you're drawing. So yours is like a 3:2, and of course we will get into the removed section here. This one is another type in your align section. We have revolved section, the last type of aligned section. So the revolved section is the cross-sectional shape of an object. Okay, here we go. This is your cross-sectional shape of this object, and we're going to show in a longitudinal view, and we'll be doing the revolved sectioning. So this little square is right here, and that is right there, okay? And this section part is right there. We're just revolving And then of course that is this. Okay. So what are we revolving about? We're just turning, turning this object onto that side. So you're looking at this first view, and we're like flipping, turning it, So when you turn it by about 90 degrees, you get this. Okay. And of course we can be able to see inside. So these are sections right there. Yeah. And the section location is different. See, we have like a 1, 2, 3 spot. This you're gonna take some time, yeah. So don't worry about it, but just go with your own pace, all right, and try to train your eye to be able to turn. Okay, revolve me is just a word. It's just like we're turning it, yeah. Okay, non-section parts. So nuts and bolts and rivets and shafts and screws, right? These are standard parts, right? In the round or end section, meaning like we're not going to section. So these are called the non-section parts. So we're not going to worry about these. Thin sections, we have sheet metal, we have washers, you have gaskets, right? So these are all your thin parts, and we call that thin sections because they're very, very thin. They're less than 4 millimeter thickness. So the parts, yeah, we're going to show them in a solid black. We will not be using the section lines for these, yeah. Okay, so we'll get into identification of your advanced sections. So the very first one, so you can see this, that's completely revolved because we're drawing inside of the object, yeah. Of course, there's a center right there, so you have line protruding going through this center of this. See, there is a circle right there. Our material is going to be zinc. Okay, it's not in here. I'll show you later. Okay, so material is zinc. Then this side is aligned. Okay, because see, we cut the first and second line of sight right there, and we are drawing this. Okay, so you have that from here to here, and then open this, yeah, from here to here, and then another opened, and then from there, yeah, going down there to here, and from there to there. Okay. Your centers, don't forget them. Your cut material, and we're on the cast iron right there. Okay. This thing is kind of like a checker, yeah. It's right here. It's not included here, so we have to add it up. Then the next one, when you look at it, see, we remove 3 times. So we have AA, BP, CC. 1, section AA, section BP, and section CC. Depends on the location of that part. And here you can see, yeah, right here, little circle right there, center, yeah. Pull it out. Material, yes. This is aluminum material. And they have like a different pattern, yeah, so be careful. And on this side you have your broken section, because look at this part, see, it's completely broken. Material is brass, bronze, copper, yeah. And this is your broken line is right there, we can barely see it. And here is your section pattern, right, which is this. You don't have to draw any of the sectioning, yeah, on the this side, because we're now using the hidden lines on this, right, non-section area on this side. This is a little bit difficult to read, but don't worry about it too much, yeah. You're just cutting it down, yeah, so you can be able to see that, because this is like broken that way. And the material, take it out, toast it out, and the internal surface being exposed to you. Yeah. Align section here, cut this way. Your line of sight, we are looking that way. Okay. Your circles, pay attention where it's hollow, which is this guy, and then going down, second one. Okay. Of course, we have a little tiny circle right there. So what we have to do is, this example is asking you to go ahead and we have a front view is given here for you. So you're gonna do the right side view and revolve, and then you're gonna sketch that right side view as an aligned section, and you use your revolution. The material it wants a cast iron, so we gotta give a cast iron pattern, which is this one. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna first add the visible lines, of course, on the right side view. So this is a section view, and we put the center right there. See, this is blank. So these are all your visible lines according to the features in that part. Then we're gonna add the section lines. Yes, cast iron. This is your exposed surface area, which is also called the cut material. And we put our 45-degree lines parallel to each other for the cast iron pattern. So if you forget about your cast iron pattern is here, I've been giving you this again and again, the same thing. So you should be able to work out to see like how much clearer the section view is now to read. This is unrevolved view. Okay. Alright, the next one is the section technique. So here we have an object, and we're going to use the different types of advanced section views. So let's take a look at it. So the first thing that you have to ask yourself is what features are not clearly shown in the drawing, because we have no understanding of what's inside of that rod looks like, and we gotta use some type of section technique to show the features more clearly. So internal features are not shown, we want to see them, and we're going to use a removed and revolved, because you can remove a different section. Why? Because you have a different features on this part. So you have one feature here, another feature here, another here, and there. So we gotta use the remove sections and also revolve section to show these to show these features that we can be able to see clearly, and then we'll draw it. Okay, so here are original ones, and we're using revolved. So bang bang bang, because this is here, that is there, and this is there. They all have this three views, have like three section views, have distinct internal features. So you show that, and we put the material. Your cut material, yes, is your steel. There's a steel object. And now we're going to do the removed. So remove section A, B, B, and C, right here, and then right there. Okay. So when we do that, we get this. Because there's a leaf. See that? There's a polygon right there. So you have hexagon and another hexagon right there. So hexagon means you have 6 surfaces. And of course, we're gonna throw our cast iron pattern. No, this is actually steel pattern right in there, just a little bit bigger for that. I'm tired, sleeping. Okay, so then we go half section. So here's your object, given you in ISO, Then you have to draw the first visible lines, yeah, in your top, and we are gonna first draw this. So let's see. So first visible line, draw in your top view, okay, and then we are going to fill the lines in the sectional views lines, yeah. So then we would draw the sections right there, okay. So you know this material is your copper, yeah, copper or brass or bronze. See, okay, the pattern, don't forget it, because that's hollow and the cylinder right there. Your cut is like this, your cutting plane, and we're gonna keep this part, toss this out, yeah, and then flip it, turn it, so you can see the inside of it. So the inside looks like this. Then we have a right side, yeah, and we are gonna draw the half section in the right side. So we're gonna start with the visible line as usual. So start the visible line, yeah. Then we're gonna fill in the sections, lines. And this is your half section, yeah. Why? Because we're cutting half right there, okay. That's a full, because we're cutting full here. This cutting half, yeah. So you can see there's a hollow here, hollow there. Material is right here, hollow is because of this, okay. Take your time to be able to see that. Don't go fast like I do. Okay, offset. A part is given to you. First you draw them, yeah. We have top and the front views here. I'm going to sketch the 3 missing section views. Why? Because I have 1, 2, and 3. See, A, B, B, and C, C. So we start with this, A, and then B, B, and C, C. Your line of sight is looking that way, okay. Different features, yeah, on that part. See how a little bit complicated, but you can be able to do it. So first we are gonna draw the visible lines and then put the section in your section AA view, which is this guy here, hollow, hollow, right there, and the rest of them are material, yeah. So we put the material right in there for each one of them. Then do the second, which is your BB. So cutting this way, center, center, yeah, right there, and then right here, okay. And then you're gonna cut it down. Don't forget to turn it. Your view is a different view, not the top view, but you're looking at on the side of your top view, okay. So you're on the right side and looking at it from this side. So that's why the drawing is a little bit different. You can't cut it. Then you can get it without turning it, yeah. And the last one is your section CC, which is this guy, and you have a slot. Then your circle, then a circle, and a slot here. Your cut material there, yeah. So this is your cast iron because of the pattern, yeah. Because it said so here, cast iron in your question, okay. So now you have your AA and then BB and CC section views, yeah. All right, cast iron, yes, pattern. All right, the next one will go into your rib and web again. So here is your right there, yeah, your rib, and then your web is right here, okay, right there. Okay, so we're gonna draw the section view, and that part is made of cast iron, yeah. So you bring in this thing again. I've been copy and paste. So your cast iron is this pattern, and we're gonna be cutting this way, keeping that, and we're gonna look at it. Don't forget to turn it, not just looking at it, but cut it down and turn it, so you will see inside, yeah, structure. So when we draw it, then we get this. Okay, they're pretty easy. This is your top view. Yeah, so here you have a complete 3D ISO here. So you actually cut it up. Okay, cut it up like that. In this way. Okay, so you can see the whole thing. Your cylinder, your base, your two holes. Okay, and then see this little inclined, yeah, to surface right there. You do your cast iron section pattern, which is the same thing. Yeah, you should get it by now. So here, your top view will cut in this way. Yes. Then looking at it, top view means you can see down like this. Yeah. Don't forget your views. So your top view, you're looking down like that, but you're cutting from the bottom all the way up. So this is what's showing you this. Okay. And then look at it. So after you cut it down, you look at it and you get this. Yeah. And of course your section view is after you cut it, you're looking at it. Your cutting plane is going that way. See? Yeah? Okay. I hope you can be able to see it. Practice with an object at home. So alright, yeah, that's it for sectioning.